Hey.
Oh, I missed that whole sound.
Biden.
Biden.
We don't want you. We need you.
Biden.
We don't care, but we must.
Biden.
like this
Arizona.
I voted, regretfully, but necessarily, for you. Please, make it better.
Biden. Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
Is a bad bitch. Non-committal. Help you with your democracy just a little.
Democratic.
You're supposed to hold me down. Now you're holding the votes back.
And that's the sound.
Sound of Donald Trump losing the presidency. Woo! It's actually, guys, it hasn't been declared yet. We don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. But
Wait, we should do this like we...
this is a cold open. Shut up. It's a cold open. Don't ruin it. If you're a blue voter, you're hopeful right now, which is dangerous because hope is silly. No one should have hope. It's November 2020, which means that the past 9 months have been horrible. So having hope is dumb. But we have a little bit of that right now. Who knows what'll happen? That was way better than the picture we took already. I can tell. But we'll see. So it's November 4th. We don't know who our next president's going to be just yet, but we'll find out. Hopefully before tomorrow. I don't know. Andrew, what are the polls looking like? What are the states looking like?
So, I've been using a tool for the last 2 days called Apple News. And I found out today by Matt, the producer, that it's actually supported by Associated Press. And
Thank you, Matt.
Are at 7:44 on November 4th, 2020. Biden is at 264 electoral votes, with Trump at 214.
This is according to Associated Press. Sometimes CNN, New York Times, and PR are all different.
Yeah, this is not my data. Biden has clearly won the popular vote at this point, which we did see in 2016. But as we also painfully remember,
mean shit.
It doesn't mean shit. It's about the Electoral College. However, something we do see differently this year than before is Biden's really, really close with those Electoral College votes. So,
But we can all agree that after this election, we should probably do away with the Electoral College, and it should all be based on popular vote because it's about who the American people want, not the 4 people in North Dakota who don't know when a candidate is dead. So that's what I'm saying about that. So I'm sure you guys are wondering who we are at this point. I'm sure you've forgotten. In case you've forgotten, I'm Brooke.
and I'm Andrew.
We're holding for thunderous applause.
And this is the DisNeato podcast.
How did that feel?
A little better than an orgasm.
I was going to
With
say,
Disney on in the background, bitch.
did it feel like you released?
Yeah.
Wow, it's been so long since you've said that.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, this is a DisNeato podcast, and you're probably like, fuck you guys, you abandon us. And now you're talking about politics. We'll get over that.
We did those things, though. We definitely jumped ship.
We did. Because let's be real, and we kind of talked about this on the last episode, I'm pretty sure. Like, having a weekly Disney podcast was a little rough.
There's not enough that Disney leaks.
Well, and it was also...
Oh, guys, by the way, Producer Matt's here. He'd
Producer
like to
Matt
speak
is
now.
here.
You better remember he likes to talk,
Yep,
so get ready.
Here we go.
I mean, it also was like we were doing it before Disney Plus was there to give us like so much more content to look at.
Can I just say, we literally were... Why are we always right ahead of the curve?
We are ahead of the time.
Which podcast were you just telling me came out a couple weeks ago that we were like a year or so ahead ago?
Listen, the Workaholics guys came out with a podcast called This Is Important. And I'm not shitting you when I say in their first 3 episodes, they covered topics we had already talked about. I'm not saying they're fans of DisNeato, but they are. Oh, Matt's adjusting the mic in front of my face because it always falls. Don't worry, guys. Oh, a year later, the mic in front of my face still falls down. We haven't fixed that.
Also, a year later, I have no mic in front of my face.
Yes. What?
What?
Oh.
Oh.
He winked, everybody.
He winked. if you know what that means.
That means a man.
Yeah. Named Mike. He hasn't had a mic, right?
I guess.
Oh.
I just
you mean
went
like
with
a
it.
dick?
Yeah, get it?
Oh, yes. Mike
Like a magic
is
mic
a metaphor
Yes.
XXL.
for dick.
You got it.
Duh. Totally on board with you now. But yeah, through quarantine. So we started the Roaring 20s. Don't worry. We haven't abandoned that, though it may completely seem like we have.
We haven't.
We haven't.
I mean, a lot of
Quarantine-
things have happened.
Let's hold on.
Yeah.
Let's timeline this out.
Yeah, let's do this.
Quick pause. When did we end DisNeato?
It was like
we-
December.
I was going to say it was No, it was
November?
end of October, early November, but I'll give you an exact
It's like
date
a
in a
year
second.
ago.
So a year ago.
Yeah.
The last episode was October 21st.
Okay, so a year ago, we started becoming burnout at our jobs.
Yeah.
And we needed
Yeah.
time for us.
We did. And we kind of just like, Disney wasn't giving us the content. And we just wanted to talk about something that was, not only could we vent about our real lives, but maybe make it relevant. This is, yeah.
Okay. Let's
That was
pause
on
right
me.
now. Get everything together here. I have had the most to drink.
We need to cheer. We didn't cheers. It's DisNeato and we didn't cheers.
We need to start over.
Hey.
No, we.
No, I'm releasing this full shit show. This is fantastic.
This is true
This is the
DisNeato
reunion.
content. This is DisNeato. We're back. Oh my God,
It's
we're
been a
back
year,
again.
okay?
Well, should we clarify? Are we like back, or is this like a one-time only back?
Listen, guys. Here's the deal.
So
It's been a year, and what it comes down to is it's been a year, and it's been a fucking year.
Thank you.
And a fucking year. And you know what? We had fun doing this, and we have fun during the Roaring 20s too. That stopped because of COVID. Simply that, and a bunch
Yeah.
of other shit, which we'll get into. But DisNeato stopped for reasons you guys have heard,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. But we needed some joy and some fun because this has been a shit show of a year, and we're at this election phase right now. So Brooke had the brilliant idea of what better to do than to have a DisNeato reunion.
get the band back together.
And guess what? We have wine. Hey!
It's a dry rosé from the Biltmore Winery out of Asheville, North Carolina. Yes, the same Biltmore family with the Biltmore estate. That's the one. They're very rich. The house is massive. You can tour it in Asheville. Go for it.
Do it.
So I'm sure you're all wondering, like, will we get more DisNeato? We're such huge fans. You've got a crazy following. We want to be with you every week.
I'm not kidding when I say I have people reaching out to me weekly asking are you guys going to have another DisNeato episode?
That's a lie because literally no one has ever said anything to me about it ever.
Were you about to get another wink?
Did I blow it? Oh, I should have. Okay. We're lying to them.
Do you forget what DisNeato is about, bro?
Lying to the people.
Clearly, you didn't do your homework. Remember?
Remember all of our fans?
So I will say
Daniel.
I did a
Fucking Daniel? Is he still
no. I
showing
was gonna
up?
say
He
horror.
died of COVID.
No,
No, I hope not.
horror movie night. Horror movie night did Hocus Pocus this Halloween as our Halloween episode, and someone commented, "I can't believe you never brought up the Sanderson theory on this episode." And it was like someone like total stranger who never once ever commented in the DisNeato like podcast stuff. So I think people are still digging up the show and listening to back episodes.
I'll let you
And I'm going to be honest now, like 100% to you two. No, not weekly. But I do swear I get at least once a month. At least once a month.
I mean,
Do we know the person?
Only a couple of them are people I knew.
Okay.
Honestly, other people were, like hit me up, and I always I was forgetting about the whole podcast thing. They're like, "When are you gonna come out with an episode?" And I'm just like, "An episode? Like who the fuck are you?"
like
And then I was
another.
like, "Oh fuck the podcast," because they messaged me on my page or like my personal Instagram. They're not like
Oh.
messaging the podcast page.
That's
why it
awesome.
throws me off. Yeah, but we're linked on there.
Yeah.
So they go, and that's why I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, the fucking podcast."
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, like...
I think that there was something people liked about like DisNeato, because I listen to a lot of Disney podcasts like to prep us for DisNeato, and they're all very nice people, but it's very like PG and tame. And I think people liked that, like, this was like a hard R, definitely explicit every week Disney podcast.
Yeah, and like
It disappointed my mom, so that means we did something.
The thing is, like, Disney adults are fucking weird, right? And while I don't consider myself a Disney adult, and please don't tell me that I am, because I'll end it all. I think that like we have fun with our nostalgia and childhood love of Disney.
And we're not taking it seriously. I think a lot of those other shows
clearly,
are like very serious about it.
I'm pretty sure I said I'd fuck Quasimodo, so we're not taking things seriously here.
We are tapping into the side of Disney that the unspoken.
This is
right?
what nobody talks about. We're all thinking it.
I mean, honestly,
we're all thinking it.
If you weren't supposed to enjoy Disney while under the influence of some good wine or other alcohol, why would they sell it at the parks?
Right?
Think about it.
Listen, I got smashed at Epcot. We all know this.
And how was it?
It was great. I had a wonderful time.
Bingo.
So, the band's back together.
We don't play instruments, though.
Will we do more episodes? The possibility is there. We're going to leave it open-ended. I think
we're not on a schedule. We're not like other podcasts.
I think
we're a cool podcast.
This is a very nice break for everyone, including us in COVID times, to just kind of fuck around and talk about Disney and fun things.
Yeah.
Even though we already brought up the election, which is causing a lot of stress. I'm sorry. Moving on. What the fuck has been going on since February, March of 2020? Well, first of all, I turned another year older. We won't get into what age, but then everything went to shit. Literally, like after my birthday in February, everything went to shit. We've all been in quarantine. Shut the fuck
It was a special one, right?
No. It was just another year. Just another year.
What, 29.5 isn't a bad age?
No, not at all. I'm killing
Matthew, saying 29.5 is clearly saying that she's 30.
Wow, Matt, and you're 35, so what the fuck?
What you should have said was she's like 26.
You just outed my age.
Because that makes it completely more mysterious. Like, what is she? Is she 29? Like, is she getting close to 30? She's still pretty young. There's no way she's 30. But now you let them know she's at least 30 because you said 29 and a half.
Yeah, thanks,
30
Matt.
and thriving.
30,
Am I?
flirty, and thriving.
Really? Because it's a pandemic and we don't know who our president is. Could I be thriving right now? Is anyone thriving?
She died. Being 30 and... Wait, no, that wasn't...
She didn't
I'm thinking
die.
Little Black Book. I'm thinking Brittany Murphy. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, Brittany Murphy's very dead. R.I.P. Never forget. Obviously. Jesus Christ, where were we even going? Quarantine happened.
It's been so long.
So through quarantine, we've all had a lot of time to indulge on Disney Plus, watch the world go to shit, collectively lose our minds and lose all hope, then have it randomly restored on random days, only to lose it all again. That's pretty much the collective experience, I believe. Unless you think coronavirus was a hoax in general, in which case this is not the podcast for you.
There's
Keep
an
it moving.
unsubscribe button.
Yeah, please don't listen to us.
Well, they're probably dead already. It's okay.
Oh, well, we...
If not, Winter will kill them without the masks.
Right, please wear a mask. Please. It's not a joke.
They make really cute ones now. You can literally get them anywhere, and they're so cheap.
They are. So, my question for you, Andrew, is like through quarantine, which like we're still in, I don't know when it'll end. Have you watched any Disney films? Have you watched any Disney Plus? What have you partaken in? Let us know.
Oh. That was a very David thing. Sorry.
We have watched a lot of Schitt's Creek.
I've watched a ton of Schitt's Creek. Which I did not jump on the Schitt's Creek bandwagon this year with the rest of America because of quarantine. Been a diehard fan since season 1.
I did start it before quarantine, and just for the record.
Yes. Well, you also are an avid series person, so you have a lot of shit to go through.
I do.
You had a large queue.
I do. I still need to finish Outlander. I'm like 2 episodes away from being done.
Yeah. So
fuck, man. What a ride.
Disney wise though, honestly, I deactivated my Disney Plus account right before quarantine because I had watched most of what I wanted to see on there at that time. I loved the Jeff Goldblum show.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was one of my favorite series on there. And I also went on there to just watch like a couple of my old Disney stuff. Mostly like my biggest thing that I enjoyed about Disney Plus in the past year would have been the Disney Original Channel movies.
I was gonna say I watched like every Disney Channel original movie on there that like I liked. I wasn't gonna watch any fucking stupid ones, you know.
No.
But yeah, Brink, Motocrossed, Smart House.
I did watch both of those.
13th Year. Like, are you kidding me?
13th Year is so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch these. Horse Sense. Well, there's another horse one. What was it called? Like Born to Run or something stupid like that. I don't know.
Early quarantine is when I had the most, like March was a brilliant month for me because
That was like 10 years ago.
I know it really was. But March was cool because in our particular business, in my particular, everything was shut down basically, right? So, you know, I work with auto groups and they were all closed. So nobody was fucking calling me. So for March, it was pretty chill. Like you went from being like super busy to like not busy at all work wise. So I definitely got in a movie or two a day. And there was a lot of those Disney Channel original movies and I fucking loved it.
Do you remember at like the beginning of quarantine? And I know Matt watched it because I was kind of texting with him, but there was like a Disney sing-along night like on TV. It was like random celebrities.
Like on cable?
Yeah, like
I don't have
singing
that.
Disney songs. Do you remember that? I'm not
Yeah.
crazy, right? That happened. I watched that. So they had like
early quarantine content was crazy because they were just trying to figure out whatever they could put. There was like stuff that I think was just like sitting in like some vault for like years, and they're like, "Fuck it, put it on
They
TV."
put a lot of shit out real quick.
yes, the Disney sing-along was, and I think I actually like live Instagrammed storied that, like my reactions to it, because like they had like real people, really random people, like the fucking what are their names? Like the siblings that dance, the Julianne Hough and Derek Hough. They like did Be Our Guest and some shit, and then you know they really had people stretch their vocal talents. Like Alui Cravalho, who plays Moana, she sang the Moana song. I was like, wow, we haven't seen this before.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad she can do this.
I just pulled up the performances for the whole thing.
Yeah, they had, who was on there? There was
Josh Groban sang "You've Got a Friend in Me."
Yeah, he did.
Love
that was
him.
weird.
Little Big Town and their respective children sang "A Spoonful of Sugar."
I hated that. That was horrible.
Beyonce sang "When You Wish Upon a Star."
Hate her.
Wow, I love Beyonce. Queen.
Amber Riley sang "Let It
Who
Go."
the fuck is Amber Riley?
I
Amber
have-
Riley.
You don't know who her is?
I don't. Who is her?
Well, her is
Amber Riley.
There's some wild performances in this. This is
know the
insane.
name.
John Stamos sang "It's a Small World."
Amber
Since
Riley.
when can he sing?
Let's see, Ariana Grande did "I Won't Say
She's
I'm
from
in
The
Love."
Wiz. She did The Wiz. Amber Riley did The Wiz. I'm pretty sure. Okay. I know.
Donny Osmond came out with his children to sing "I'll Make a Man Out of
Which
You."
he sings in the movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you doing? This isn't hard for you.
It all sounds terrible.
Oh, it looks like there was a performance of "We're All in This Together" featuring the cast of High School Musical,
Except
The
Zac Efron.
Descendants, Zombies, High School Musical, the series, and just randomly Raven Simone.
What the fuck?
Everybody needs a little Raven.
I thought there was like a good one that I enjoyed.
Yeah, and then the last big performance was Michael Bubble performing "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes" with Demi Lovato.
But you do know it's Bublé.
It's Bublé.
Okay. I was just like, please God.
Don't
You know,
judge.
Brooke, I was going to ask the same thing,
No.
Matt. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I
the-
was going to be like,
It's-
what's
it's
his
my-
last name?
What, my boy Mike Bubble?
Oof. I was gonna. So that was a thing that happened like this year.
And that was April, it
This year.
said.
That was April. This happened. Quarantine. Wild fucking times. And then I feel like just nothing happened for a long time. And then things started to open back up, and Disney made the wild decision to open up Disney World. Okay. We can talk about that. Let's talk about Disney World reopening in Orlando, Florida. It's still open right now, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Disneyland, which is much smaller and more manageable,
still
was
closed.
closed. Yeah.
Because they're smart.
Let's keep in mind, though.
Red State versus Blue State.
True.
Yes.
Wow, Matt, this isn't a
COVID
political
cases
podcast.
in Florida?
Crazy.
Super high.
I just don't get, like, it seems greedy almost to open during a pandemic, but like at the same time I try to think of like the cast members, right? Like they
because
still
they're losing
need money.
jobs left and
They
right.
are. They're furloughing so many of them and
they
just like
closed
laying
the
them off.
Frozen sing-along, like possibly permanently.
Oh, I'm glad I saw it while I could.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, and that's what this whole thing has been, is very tough, because there's, you know, you gotta be smart and keep people from crowding up and spreading the virus. But then shutting things down for too long, too wide scale, does create some fucking chaos economically.
It is. Like, I
It's
don't know.
a fine dance.
It's a weird, because like, I don't know.
It could have been better than it was.
I hate people when they're like, oh, but all these diners and pizza places are closing. And it's like, yeah. And like when the pandemic's over, there'll be a new diner and a new pizza place.
Yes.
They're like,
it'll come back. Like we've literally gone through plagues and like massive wars. Like we can do this. We can lose a couple chilies. It'll be okay.
Whoa, there's dogs barking.
Yeah,
They're not
I
mine.
added sound effects, so you
just
never
make
knew
it
what
more-
house we were at.
Yeah, it's more authentic.
We're not even at my house. The dogs are not here, by the way.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, they would chew on the
Something
the
interesting
wires.
recently during quarantine, I was traveled down south, and North Carolina is filled with signs that say "Thank you, Jesus." Thank you, Jesus.
I think that's just the South.
Everything was "Thank you, Jesus." People just had it in their yards. Thank you, Jesus.
That's the South. I feel like they're really into the man upstairs.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Not something that us in like the Mid-Atlantic Northeast really get into.
A lot of Catholics here.
Whatever. Anyway, Disney World being opened. It was really weird when it first opened because like nobody was social distancing, it seemed. Like they probably still aren't, I imagine.
Probably not.
Much. I just don't know how you make something like Disney World work in a time where we need to social distance. And it's a pandemic. Like, and I mean, clearly they're doing it and it's okay, but is it?
Well, like that's the thing. Like Disney can say that there was no cases or whatever, but like Disney also has like we've all heard the rumors of like they say no one's ever died at Disney, but then like the flip side is like, yeah, because like they make sure that they take the body out of the park before they like pronounce the body dead, and that's their way to get around that if someone dies
Whoa,
on park property.
I want to look into that. That's next episode. Who's died at Disney?
It's part of the Sanderson sister theory.
Yeah, it's witchcraft.
We're just hitting all the greatest hits tonight.
You know what? we gotta finish out the theory.
I will say though, one of my friends that lives down outside of Orlando that has like the year pass and goes, went like in the last couple months and said that it seems like they did a really good job of making it COVID friendly. And they've been super strict about like lines and spacing. Like all the characters and the cast members like are mask Nazis and making sure like you're masking up. There's like sanitizer out the ass. They spray everything down like crazy.
I'm told it's basically just all fast pass, right? Like there's
Yes.
no like you just have your
everything's like
fast
scheduled
pass.
basically.
Can
Which
you
is-
still meet characters?
Yeah, and that's a nice thing too. Is like characters are
Masked.
already fucking masked. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, Flynn Rider, when I saw him, was not masked.
Well, listen.
There's a difference between Winnie the Pooh and Flynn Rider.
I don't care to see Flynn Rider. I'm going
What
to hug Winnie the Pooh.
fuck? So I saw
That
Winnie
is
the
funny
Pooh.
though, because did we say Winnie the Pooh? Because I know I was thinking Winnie the Pooh when we talked about masked characters.
That's exactly who I thought of.
We all thought of Winnie the Pooh.
He's
As-
got the
When-
biggest.
Yeah.
When you literally were like, I'm not talking about Winnie the Pooh. I was like, did we actually say the words Winnie the Pooh? Because that's exactly who I was
We were
thinking.
all thinking it.
Yeah, it's Winnie the Pooh is the poster child for masked
You think
Disney
it'd be
characters.
Mickey?
No,
No, didn't even think of him
it's
honestly.
Winnie the Pooh because you expect to see Mickey, but when you see Winnie the Pooh, you're
You
like,
get excited. Yeah.
Yeah, Winnie is the one.
Eeyore's more rare, but he's usually sad.
Yeah.
So
Me too. This is the year of Eeyore. It's probably the year of the donkey.
yeah, they should probably put him into the Chinese calendar for 2020.
Isn't that a year?
Is it 2020? Because
I'm going to check right now.
What is it?
I would crack up because if it's the year of the donkey, then it makes sense.
It all makes sense.
Also, the third glass of wine is hitting me.
Good. Come on, Matt.
I'm going.
You're
I'm
gonna
going.
have to edit all this like dead airtime out.
Yeah.
Someone's not on the Wi-Fi.
The rat. It's the year of the rat.
That's almost better because the rats brought the black plague. And here we are. And also the fucking state of our country. Imagine that.
Also,
the
donkey's
rat.
not on there at all. The closest was either a goat or an ox.
Well, there's the horse, too. I was born in the year of the horse.
Oh, yeah, there's the horse over there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So, I'm just saying, maybe this is our official petition to get the donkey included onto the calendar. Just saying. So this is the year of the donkey. But I went to a sporting event in Philadelphia. I've been twice. And that, so it was much better than I thought it would be. Social distancing and all of that. But that was only 1,900 people tops. So how the fuck do you make that? Like, how many people can go into Disney every day? Do they have a limit?
I'm sure they do. I think that it's like a limited ticket availability.
It just seems so dicey. And I know that they just shut down Disneyland Paris.
Yeah. Well, I remember when they first announced, they're like, "Oh, we're only gonna have like 50% of our capacity." But it's like people don't realize that like on the average day that you're at Disney, you're usually there when it's already like only 75% of its capacity. Like, when has there ever been a day where Disney's like, "Sorry, we're all sold out. No one else can come in today"?
I don't know because I've only been once, Matt. Thank you,
But
though.
that would be like a news story. Like,
I'm sure it's happened, like when it first opened or something.
maybe.
But obviously not, it's not a typical thing. But it just seems weird in general. I don't know how I really feel about it. If you've gone to Disney, cool. Good for you. You have more balls than I do. Just really wouldn't fuck around with it.
Yeah.
I think they should close down. But again, like I say, I feel bad for the cast members because, it's not their fault.
I mean, it's worth giving a shout out to like one of the few people that we know is actually going to be listening to this, but like our listener Emma, like got accepted into the Disney internship program.
She did.
She was supposed to go down there in April.
We should talk to her.
She lost the internship entirely because of
like,
it.
what happened? Like, what's next? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks.
I'd probably just give up on life at that point, honestly.
I mean, haven't we all? Like, what the fuck?
Just
are we
go be
living
a
for right
stripper,
now?
Emma. You'll make
Like,
more money. And you'll get to dance.
We're glued to our phones looking for electoral college updates. Like,
That's exactly what I just did, by the way.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I was doing.
Every time that the phone's in my hand, I'm literally
Yeah.
just like refreshing.
Any updates?
I started to feel this anxiety building in me, and I either need to hit my pen or check my phone. So,
Yeah. Well, because it's like
It's very millennial of you.
we're all very excitedly optimistic, but then it's like, well, I can't be that optimistic until it's like an actual
We are cautiously optimistic.
optimistic.
You know what? I'm going to tell you guys right now. If it don't go the way I'm hoping, I'm done with the rest of the week.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like the rest of the week is a wash anyway because we might not know until Friday.
Yeah.
We might not even know. What the fuck is that?
That's why I keep like Nevada needs to hurry it the fuck up because
Come
they
on,
can end
Nevada.
this.
Actually, I just saw a meme, and this relates to what we are talking about right now. It's a meme. It says, "This motherfucker counting the ballots in Nevada," and it's Flash from Zootopia. So you see, it all comes full circle. Okay, all
It's
of it.
literally them counting the votes.
It is.
I mean, we could be
Well, because
volunteering right now and helping, but COVID.
Well, we're not in Nevada, so there's not much we can do.
COVID. COVID.
You sounded like more
Oh, COVID.
a little baby.
Bebe. Oh, the
I'm
bebe.
a baby.
I think the Christmas mug I'm buying myself this year is the one of Moira wearing a Santa hat that says, "Baby, it's cold outside."
I was trying to find that for a tea towel for my kitchen, and it was very difficult.
Did you find it?
No.
Oh, I was like, I
got a
want
couple
to buy
others
one.
instead.
Anyone out there with an Etsy shop, if you would like to make money off of Andrew and I,
Hit us up.
please create a dish towel that we can put in our kitchens that says, "Bebe, it's cold outside." With Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek wearing a Santa hat. That easily, you got 2 buyers right here. Sold.
Like, please.
I like that I put out for Santa. That's a good one too. We're getting wildly off topic. Anyway, speaking of quarantine, COVID, Disney, I don't know about anyone else, but quarantine has made me more emotional. Matt, we know you cry every day, so I don't need to know. How about you, Andrew? Have you been more emotional since COVID hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I know.
Okay, end of discussion.
We don't need an explanation. Oh my God. So clearly you've been more emotional since quarantine.
It's
And
been a wild year.
that makes me feel stupid about the story I was going to tell. I was like, I've been emotional through quarantine. And one night, my boyfriend was upstairs playing video games. I know we're all very surprised by that. And I was downstairs and I was just I don't even know why I was so upset, but I had just had a fucking enough of the world. So I went on Disney Plus and I put on Frozen 2, and it was the second time I had watched the movie.
Still haven't seen it.
Fuck off.
Is it
first
good?
of all.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I didn't want to watch it because I'm so skeptical of sequels.
So many issues.
I'm afraid of sequels a lot. Right?
Well, we've talked in depth about Frozen 2, and I was like, listen, I have high hopes, but it's a sequel, so it's probably going to be trash. It's so good. Okay. It's so good. It came out like almost a year ago now. I went and saw it in theaters. I was in Atlanta for Thanksgiving, and I went and saw it. It's so good. I like it more than the first one?
It's up for debate, and that says a lot
I might.
in its own.
I might.
Okay.
It's so good.
That's okay with me.
But I had enough one night. I don't remember what set me off, but I turned it on, and every time, so I had been listening to the soundtrack, as one does, and every time a song came on, like I blared it, like the house was shaking. And when "Show Yourself" comes on, which you wouldn't even fucking know anymore.
It's a tearjerker.
No idea.
So when I saw it in theaters, like no emotions for me because that was normal. It was 2019, things were fine. But 2020, watching it a second time alone by myself in my living room with my dogs in the dark, "Show Yourself" came on, and I was crying so hard I almost couldn't breathe, like one of those cries.
Yeah. Oh, I'm familiar.
I'm sure. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like I texted Gia right away, and I was like, I am like almost out of breath crying because of Frozen 2. And she was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is this world? And I was like, I don't know, but shit is weird. So that's a quarantine story for you. Yep. Cried over Frozen 2. Really good soundtrack. Cried watching Hamilton. Did we all watch Hamilton on Disney Plus?
Oh, yeah.
Did we all watch Hamilton?
Oh,
I don't want to ask you. I don't even want to ask you.
Andrew.
Nope.
History has its eyes on you right now.
I did watch Lady and the Tramp and was very disappointed in that.
The
The
live
new one?
action one or the?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the worst.
The original's great.
Yeah,
Love that one.
the live action was
so sad.
When Disney Plus came out and they had like their first like 10 pieces of original content, I was like, man, they're knocking it out of the park. And then I got to the new version of Lady and the Tramp. I was like, oh no.
They had to have a dud though.
Remember but that was like supposed before Disney Plus. That was going to be a theatrical release.
It was supposed to be so big, and
God.
well, they probably like this is a dud. Like,
Yeah, just
throw it.
I
on
can't
Let's
fucking
make a
platform.
streaming service so we don't have to put it in theaters.
Yeah.
We put too much into this. Let's just put it together real quick. Yeah, that's what they did.
Can't believe you haven't seen Hamilton. No. It's so good.
It's so good.
Well, I mean, we all know I'm a Lin-Manuel Miranda fangirl, but it is
But even
so
like the
good.
way it's shot is incredible.
It's beautiful. Like the whole cast, Leslie Odom Jr. Oh my God.
So is it like
What?
Is it the actual Broadway or is it like a movie
Daveed
about it?
Diggs?
It's
No,
the-
it's the Broadway show with the original cast.
but like
okay.
shot with like drones and stuff, so it's like sweeping shots.
Ooh.
Like it's
so good.
crazy.
Okay.
I've never seen like a live performance shot like this.
It's incredible.
I will have to put it on.
You
it's
have
the cold
to.
season, so it's
Yeah.
my time for TV.
Yeah, it's so freaking good. But that made me emotional as well.
Oh, there's some tear jerkers in that one. I was not a fan of this song prior to the pandemic. Not that this is like tied to it in any way, but like watching that movie as many times as I did, like Dear Theodosia is just like one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard now.
Well, now that like all of my friends are pregnant, because that's what happens during quarantine, like I think about it for them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, if I had a baby and that song came on, I would kill myself because it would be too emotional.
Did you ever listen to the mixtape, the Hamilton mixtape?
Probably.
It was so Lin, using all of his Lin power and money, like made a bonus disc of Hamilton where he's like, I'm just gonna get the musicians who I was inspired by when I wrote the songs to cover the songs. So it's like Usher covering "Wait for It," and like
I haven't heard that one.
and like Ashanti featuring Ja Rule doing "Helpless" because like that's inspired by "I'm Real" by Jennifer Lopez.
Helpless is my favorite song on the soundtrack.
But Dear Theodosia is Ben Folds with Regina Spektor, and it is like one
I
of
love
the prettiest.
Regina
It is
Spektor.
the prettiest thing you'll ever hear.
Yes. I'm gonna have to listen. I'm gonna put that on the drive home tonight. I'm not
Yeah,
even
you'll
kidding.
be like, the first track is The Roots doing My Shot, and it's just
That's a good
featuring
one.
Busta Rhymes, and you're like,
Yes.
this is insanity.
Because I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
No idea.
Yeah, see, if you did, like, this would be a great time to watch it because it's,
Yeah.
all about, like, your country and not letting it burn to shit.
Well, we see how well that did.
Yeah,
Hey, look, it's still an
crazy.
experiment.
But you should still watch it.
We are a very young country.
It's weird to think about that, but I think about that all the time. That we're still
It's
like
weird
the
to think
youngest
about.
country.
Yeah.
We're only like 200, not even 250 years old.
Yeah, it's like insane to think about.
What the fuck?
We're babies.
You're little babies. That explains why we're so stupid.
know.
We're dumb.
What do you mean a celebrity can't be president? What happened?
Stupid little baby.
Oops.
And the crazy thing is like, they created the Constitution to like be changed all the time.
Yeah.
And we're just like, no, our forefathers said we get guns. We get guns. And it's like, yeah, that's because they thought Britain was going to invade and kill them all.
They literally had no protection. Like they were in the
There
wilderness.
there was no army or anything like that set up. Like, that doesn't really apply now. Like, no, this George Washington, give my gun.
Bleh.
I also, you know what?
Wild.
The other thing, while we're talking about Hamilton and pandemic, is like, there was some other crazy shit that happened this year that was like eye-opening to the entire world. And it caused people to like really start to dig into actual history because of that. Like,
well, are we talking about,
a man being murdered in the middle of the street
Yeah.
and leading to a discussion of systematic racism? Yeah. So
systemic racism is a very real thing.
Yeah.
Our history is botched and disgusting and ugly because that's exactly what it was.
100%.
A disgusting, ugly history where we treated humans as possessions and pieces of shit.
But it became really frustrating having to watch Lin-Manuel defend his historical fiction for not being like accurate enough. And it's like, it's a 3-hour-long musical summarizing 15 years and a cast of like 40 people. He's
Well,
not going to cover
I
everything.
think like people were bashing it because it was such, a diverse cast.
Yeah.
Representing what is mainly white people. And I was like, but that's the awesome part of like where we are at
Yeah.
today, that we can have black actors and actresses and Hispanic actors and actresses and white actors and actresses like acting out people that like they don't necessarily reflect in looks.
It's-
Like that's awesome.
It's weird when you watch Hamilton and there's like the one token white dancer and they like stand out so much because it's like, what are you doing in there?
People are like, oh, like George Washington's black in Hamilton. And it's like, yeah, so.
Yeah, but
He's-
then it's like people being like, well, why didn't you address that they all had slaves? And it's like, because I only had 3 hours to tell a story.
It's a story about Hamilton, and I feel like it goes without saying, right?
Yeah.
Like we know that in
We
the
don't need to address
1700s,
it.
like they had slaves. Like that was a very real thing. Like we can't erase that, and that wasn't the point of the musical to erase that.
Yeah.
It was to tell the story of Hamilton. So to me, my opinion is like that was nitpicking. I thought
Yeah.
like what a cool way to showcase the diversity of like the world we live in now and like where we're at, and then instead you're just gonna shit on it. But
Well,
like okay.
One, to allow like kids.
Why are you just
Yeah,
laughing?
I think
This podcast episode is wild.
it seems good.
is.
Hey, we're getting all
It is.
over. We're definitely releasing this on both feeds. But like to be like sincere, like imagining someone who is like a person of color who grew up never being represented in the history books and being able to watch their country's history be told as if they were the people in charge.
As if they were in the room where it happened.
In the room where it happened. Like,
where it
that's
happened.
so empowering.
It's you
That's-
don't
yeah,
get
God,
it.
you're
Sorry.
missing out so
Fuck,
many
Andrew.
songs.
God
I know,
damn
like
it.
I want to be so involved in this conversation, but you guys, it's like you're talking in like Swedish, and I'm just like politely smiling alongside.
Oh
Well,
my
I
God.
mean, in Andrew's defense, he only had since, 4th of July to
Yeah.
sit down and watch it for 3 hours.
I'm sorry, I go outside in the summer.
What?
Huh?
What's 4th of
There's a
July?
pandemic happening.
I have been busy.
It wasn't a one day only thing.
I have been busy.
You have to watch it though. It's so. I think you would really like it. Honestly,
I
It's
almost
so
want
good.
you, because we'll wait until the episode comes
And
out.
it's not at the top of my like when I sit down on this couch after a long day, I'm not like, you know what, I could watch a fucking politically charged musical on Disney Plus.
Here's
no,
my request.
It's not politically. It's historical.
It's historically charged.
It's a story. It's so good.
But I want you to wait until this episode comes out so people have some time. Go and follow the DisNeato Instagram page. I want you to live stream on our story you watching Hamilton. Like not like the whole thing, but like in bits and pieces.
And then we can just watch you fall in love with it. And
Yeah.
just, you know.
I think that'd be magical to watch you be won
So
over
good.
by it.
We'll do
It's
it, and
so
I'll drink
good.
while I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so good. Yeah, so that was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There's probably more we could go through, but to keep things light and fun and cheery.
I have watched
Oh.
Hocus Pocus about 12 times.
Oh, I mean, who
on
hasn't?
Disney
And I
Plus
mean,
in the last
Halloween-
few months.
Halloween was like 4 days ago, so we were all watching Hocus Pocus.
They did a good job with like putting together like their little Halloween playlist. Like if you
Yes.
scrolled in, it was
Yeah.
like just a list of like, hey,
All the good
here's
ones.
here's Twitches 2,
Halloween Town.
Yeah, like they had it all loaded in there.
Halloween Town is so good.
I watched so many Disney because in case you forgot, I'd never watched a Disney Channel original movie until you guys made me watch Halloween Town for the podcast. So I've watched 40 of them since.
So when we did the whole Disney Channel original movie episode,
You
didn't know.
never watched
I
any
didn't
of them?
participate.
Okay, so what's your favorite one now that you've seen? And it better be right.
Well, I can tell you what my top
Top three.
three. I'll give you my top three.
Okay.
Because my number one only makes sense for me to like that movie, which was Phantom of the Megaplex. I just
Ugh.
like I love that
Of course
movie.
you would. It was okay, but
But-
it's so
No.
you.
But the other two were I really liked Smart House and Luck of the Irish. I was
Yes!
like, these are awesome.
Those are my top of mine.
Luck of the Irish doesn't make it to the top three for me.
Yes,
but
it does.
Smart House is so good.
Potatoes. Now you understand potatoes.
Yeah, wait, do I still have the list? Because I was keeping a running list.
Mine was like Brink, Smart House, and like the 13th year. Maybe Xenon.
I still haven't watched Brink, and it's just because like I want to make sure that it's like I want to make sure that it is a distraction-free night when I sit down and watch Brink. I can't be editing a podcast. I can't have any responsibility. It's just Matt and Brink.
It's not that intense.
No, but
Yeah.
I want to pay because everyone hypes it up as like so good that it's like I don't want to like
But
passively
here's the
watch
thing:
it.
you didn't see it as like an 8-year-old
Yes, you're not
Yeah.
gonna
in
have
the
hype.
90s.
You're gonna be like, this is mediocre.
Also, I did love You Wish and Motorcrossed.
Motocross
Motocross.
is good. I like that.
Xenon
one.
was okay, but the sequels got bad real fast. And I did weirdly enjoy all the High School Musicals. I liked High School Musical 2 a lot.
Isn't
that
it
movie's
so
insanity.
good? Sharpay in that movie is
Dude,
killer.
that song Fabulous is
Yes,
so
exactly.
good.
So good.
But I also like how
You did like you just like you're talking about High School Musical too, but you haven't seen Hamilton, and I just want to fucking hit you.
the scene that won me over while I was watching
This is America.
because like
And you know why it's America? Because of Hamilton.
because of Hamilton.
Exactly.
Like High School Musical 2 is like a bad movie. Like I'm not gonna even sugarcoat.
It's so
it's
trash,
terrible.
but it's fun.
But the scene where like Zac Efron is just having this wild, like footloose, angry dance scene across a golf course is like the craziest thing I've ever watched. And I just remember I was like, I like literally picked up some Popeyes chicken and was just sitting eating Popeyes, watching it, and just being like, "This is the best night I've ever had."
That I don't
now
know.
I need to watch High School Musical again.
Oh, it's so good. And part three,
no,
part
we're-
three
no,
bothers me.
no.
I have a lot of problems with
Trash.
part three.
Stop.
When you get to a third, just stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
Are we really going to let this moment pass us by?
And I was eating popcorn chicken and watching.
Matt just told us that he was alone in his 30s eating Popeye's chicken
and
watching High School Musical too. That is real
Second one.
fucking life.
Dude, I
You know
very
what?
rarely get the house to myself, so I was like, tonight's the night.
You know what? Good for you. You are living life to the fucking fullest in the way that you want. What did I do when I had the house to myself? In quarantine, it's been like one time because he's always around. I watched like American Murderer.
Oh, the family one?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Shannon Watts.
What a bad choice for being alone in the house.
No, that was great because I love murder.
I love, but that's like that's like heavy true crime.
So what makes it? We'll go off topic for. I'll make this quick.
Wait, that's a family one?
That's the one with Shanann Watts. That her husband killed her and
Yes,
their two
that
daughters.
was fucking
Well, what makes it
wild.
so
The neighbor
crazy?
knew.
He called it. He
immediately.
He
He's like,
called
yo,
it.
he killed him.
Well, he
killed
says
him.
he goes, he's being weird.
Like, that's his way of being like,
Yeah.
tell him like, yo, he killed him. And I'm like, listen to him.
And the cop's like, well, he just lost his wife. He's like, yeah, but he never talks this much, and he never backs his truck up to get his stuff out of the garage. And I was like, yo, this dude knows.
Clearly.
Yeah.
He knew.
He's perceptive.
Yeah,
I
that
was
guy,
so mad.
oh.
I turned it off 5 minutes after that because I'm like, they're going to do another hour and 20 minutes of this shit, and this guy knew the whole time I'm not doing it.
But what
you
made it...
gotta watch the badass chick that did the lie detector test, where she's just like, we know that you did this. Like,
yeah. Well, because she's like, he does the whole lie detector test, and she's like, well, you lied. So just like straight out calls him on it.
we need that girl to sit down with Trump. Just
Yeah. But the weirdest thing about that whole documentary is that like it's not like documentary footage, right? It's footage from like the body cams of the police officers, from
And,
the
like, her
news,
Instagram
and from
pages.
like her Facebook page.
Yeah, that's really
and her text
uncomfortable.
messages. And so it feels way too personal because it's like all these videos and texts between like her and her friends, and like it is so intimate.
I was thinking about this the other day, now that you mentioned that documentary, because that documentary was really good, but as the quarantine has gone on, Netflix was not prepared for there to be a quarantine.
They were not. This was their time to shine.
They hit hard in like March. They were like, hey, we got Love is Blind, we got Tiger King, and then like April rolled around, they're like, we got nothing. We got nothing.
We're not ready.
I feel like they're getting better though.
They're picking up a little bit.
I
but-
started watching I Am a Killer on there, and that like the first episode of that is wild.
I feel like they've been dropping more money on like pre-existing content to like beef up their streaming, because their original series are definitely, although Bly Manor was perfect to me.
So I can't watch Bly Manor. I didn't even finish Haunting of Hill House. I watched episode 1 and I was like, fuck this. I'm ruined for life. I'm not watching anymore. But like also like a lot of their original content is like on hold because they can't film. I believe they are filming The Witcher 2 right now, which like thank God, because Henry Cavill as Geralt, yes, I need more, please. But yeah, it's like nobody's been able to film.
Yeah, like Disney Plus, it kind of sucks that like, all right, I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound like I'm bragging.
Oh,
I know.
God.
What, it hasn't yet?
No, not yet. So during pandemic, obviously, I've been using my free time to make a bunch of podcasts, and one of them is a podcast called My Favorite Episode Of.
We're plugging this one.
Yeah.
His favorite podcast to work on.
Are you literally going to take the first episode that DisNeato has put out in a fucking year to plug your most successful podcast of 2020?
I mean, I hate saying this on the record, but it is not my most successful podcast. But
it's not?
No, it's
Wow,
probably
you would never know that, considering all the confidence in which you speak of it and how much
What's your most
attention you give
successful?
it.
Well, DisNeato for sure.
Thank you.
I wasn't being threatened
You know what?
from
Actually,
across through.
that's probably why you're plugging it. You know what?
Yeah, they need a
It's-
platform.
yeah.
I'm here to help any podcast I can. And if one of our reunion episodes can do that,
Yeah.
And they've been kind to
Yeah,
me.
so-
Very
I don't have
kind.
kids. Help boost the
So,
others.
so Julie, Kathleen, and myself all became obsessed with. Julie is my sister. Kathleen is her best friend from high
Never
school.
heard of them.
We all became obsessed with High School Musical, the
You're
musical,
horrible.
the series, which was on Disney Plus as like one of their first original shows, and
Kathleen will watch that, but not a sitcom.
not a sitcom.
What the fuck, Kathleen?
But this year, like literally last month, we had one of the stars of High School Musical, the musical, the series, do my favorite episode of, and the main reason is that there's really nothing for any of them to do because they can't get together and film
I
a
was like,
giant
I'll
stage
do
show.
you one better.
Yeah.
Jonathan Groff is going to come on this podcast. Also, Jonathan Groff, who's Kristoff in Frozen, he is King George in Hamilton, and he is fantastic, and you are going to love him.
Yes, you will.
Just FYI.
I'm in Hamilton.
He's also from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Ooh. Yeah, Jonathan Groff. He's gay, so you could have him. I would like him for myself, but he won't be down.
And he's a PA boy?
Yeah.
I know how to work them.
He's cute.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Yeah, any more plugs you need to do, Matt?
No,
Get
that's
them
the
out of the
only
way
one.
now. Just
One Hit Thunder.
Do we want to talk
Horror
about
Movie Night.
Geekscape for a minute, maybe?
I mean, yeah, we're
Horror
still in the
Movie
This
Night.
Geekscape
episode is
network.
brought to you by
Geekscape.
Geekscape Network.
is it? Is it
And
still?
only
Yeah,
the
sure.
network that has the escape for geeks.
Yeah,
Is that right? Is that
that's
it?
perfect. Nailed it.
Yes.
He killed it, guys. Killed it.
Hey!
Okay.
Ooh,
I have
Netflix is doing good with Great British Baking Show. That's something that they're doing a great job.
Hey,
Ooh, yeah.
love this new season.
Dude.
And also, The Repair Shop on Netflix incredible.
Can we, because I don't get to talk about this with people, who's our favorites to win for this great British baking show season?
I haven't
I
started.
don't pay attention to the character names.
To the character.
You can
And I'm-
describe them if you want.
And I'm only 3 episodes in.
Oh, okay, then I won't say anything.
I don't like to. I like to do it slow.
Well, I mean, it just comes out once a week.
I know, but
Really-
I don't like
really
to
have it
I don't like to
build?
live it week by week. Because if
Gotcha.
I get eager and I'm like, I want to see the next one, I want to have a couple build up.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
See, I like
A
having that as
pipeline.
like a Friday. Like it's like, ooh, like it's what I watch immediately after work is over at 5 o'clock. I'm like, ooh, it's time for that great British Baking Show.
See, I'm sandbagging them.
Sorry, I was checking in on the election. Don't mind me.
Any
No
any
changes.
updates? Nothing changed.
Nothing changing. Anyway, I would like to pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to play a game. I stole this from the dudes from Workaholics. They played Fuck, Marry, Kill with each other, like as the people they would fuck, marry, kill.
Here's what you do: kill all of them because they stole our shit. So we're gonna steal it back.
No, but I love Blake. I would marry him.
Was that the one with the hair?
And I would fuck the shit out of Durs. Oh, yeah. Blake's the one with the hair.
They are great.
They are great. They're so funny. That's something I did over quarantine. I watched all of Workaholics.
It is a great series.
It's so funny, and I realized watching that that's where my boyfriend got his entire personality from. Pretty much every joke he has ever made in his life, I realized came from that show. And they even do this one thing. They talk about recently. My boyfriend's become obsessed with clapping back. He's always talking about, "Oh, get clapped on. I'll clap back at you." He's a little slow, and he does this thing. He's like, "Oh, I'll clap back," and he does this hand motion. And I shit you not, episode 1, season 7 of Workaholics, they do that. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding
he
me?
bamboozled you.
He was like, I've never even seen season 7, I swear. I was like, there's no way you haven't seen this.
He had to have, or on a meme or something.
Something.
I also just want to point out that, so, you know, Brooke and I actually wear glasses, and Andrew has some fake glasses, and I saw him stretching and bending it, and I forgot that they were fake, and my anxiety went like through the roof.
These are actually my prescription glasses. I just popped the lenses out.
Gotcha. You were just like,
They're Warbies.
oh God, please don't do that.
Very durable.
It makes me so nervous.
I was like these are 6 years old. Still works.
Sorry, I was like looking at you from across the room as Brooke was talking. I'm like, they're gonna snap. I
Okay,
can't handle
That's what I
this.
kind of wanted to see.
we're going to play a game. We're going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill with Disney characters.
Okay.
Disney characters.
Yes, I've got lists of 3. I've got several lists.
Hit me.
All right, Fuck, Marry, Kill. Are we ready?
Ready.
Fuck, Marry, Kill. Jafar, Quasimodo, and the Beast. It could be the Beast. Could be the Beast or Prince Adam. Both are pretty gross.
Fuck Quasi, marry the Beast, kill Jafar.
See, I would marry Quasi because he's sweet. Remember, he says he's going to draw you pictures because he can't write love letters.
Yeah, but
I would marry Quasi, marry him, fuck the Beast as the Beast, not Prince Adam. Get the fuck out of here, and kill Jafar. Because Jafar's just like, he's just evil.
we definitely killed Jafar. But here's the thing. Beast is going to be more long-term compatible because you can have more conversation, more in-depth. No offense, Quasi is going to become a chore and tiresome real quick.
I feel like the Beast, though, is a gaslighting, manipulative, controlling twat, and I don't want that in my life.
Are we talking Beast mode or
He's the Beast.
post-Beast?
So you can either pick the Beast or Prince Adam.
Oh, if it's Prince Adam, then it's Mary. Because he
Ew.
becomes great by then.
No, he doesn't. He's so ugly.
He's the ugliest
He's
of all
so
the princes.
ugly.
They're animated.
He's disgusting.
How do we know this?
Also,
Wait,
you look
what?
at a picture of him.
Yeah, he's nasty.
And Quasimodo
He
is
looks-
a handsome devil?
Quasimodo and Prince Adam look almost identical.
And one's more charming and kinder.
Yeah, and one could draw you really nice pictures.
One has a better house, and one lives in a fucking church tower.
Also, just throwing this out there because this is important for my decision. Well, not probably not for my decision making process. Animated Jafar or live action Jafar?
Either way, we're killing them.
I don't
We're
know.
gonna do-
Live action Jafar.
Live action
Remember,
Jafar.
live action Jafar was doing more for us than live action Aladdin.
Well, we don't have live action Quasimodo yet.
We don't.
No, that's
so it's
true.
got to
But
be
they're
animated
working on
Jafar.
it, aren't they?
I think so. I mean, they're gonna
If
they're
it's
gonna make a live action of
Jafar, that
everything.
changes everything. Is it live action or animated?
It's got to be animated.
Okay.
All right, if we're keeping it animated,
Well, no, because
my decision stands.
well, yeah, because we don't have a live action Quasi, and I still think like live action. So I really like that actor. That's the Beast.
Yeah.
I really like him in Downton Abbey, but like, I can't get behind Prince Adam. I just can't do it. I would fuck Jafar if we were doing live action because he was hot. But like Quasi,
Well, yeah, only then.
yeah, and I would kill. I don't know. So we're doing animated.
Okay.
It's animated.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to.
So who are you gonna marry?
I'm going to agree with you on marrying Quasimodo.
He's sweet.
Quasimodo.
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 You know what?
He loves
Fucking,
oranges.
I'll kill Prince Adam and I'll fuck Jafar.
Wow, Matt, you are wild.
Yeah.
You've got a kinky side to you. Okay, next list.
Yago just Yago in the corner giving some commentary the whole time.
This one is easy because it's Belle, Aurora, and Cinderella.
Belle,
Okay.
Aurora,
Okay.
Cinderella.
I think I have this, but I think you're not going to like it. I would marry Cinderella, I would fuck Belle, and I would kill Aurora because she is super dull and boring.
Ugh.
I had the exact same thought.
Yeah. I know you want us to kill Belle, but like...
I mean, I don't need you guys to kill Belle because I'm
No,
killing
you just
her.
hate fuck her.
Yeah.
But Aurora's not even worth it.
Yeah, she's not even worth it. She's gonna be asleep the whole time.
Cinderella, she has a good head on her shoulders because she's dealt with some shit, but she's poised.
I would marry Cinderella because I feel like she's got good morals and she would be loyal and
Yes.
true. I would fuck Aurora because I feel like she's so stupid and vapid that I could do whatever I wanted to her, right? And she would just be wanting to please me. She would not give a fuck, right?
And then kill Belle.
And I would kill Belle because she's a bitch.
How would you kill her?
Oh, you know what?
Oof, with books. I'd kill her with fucking books.
So based on the conversation we were
Paper
having
cuts.
earlier, I might marry Belle. And hear me out on this, because she's so self-centered that like if I'm already like I don't know if I could ever deal with like having to share my space with someone, like just give her a library and she's just off in her like book study the entire time, and then I have the run of the house.
Cinderella's gonna clean your whole house.
That is true.
Yeah, and she has mice.
And she's
friends.
gonna cook.
She
and
does
she's
have-
friends with animals.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm friends with Gus, then
And
that
she has
really
a
does win me a
fairy-
lot of points.
She has a fairy godmother.
Literally a fairy godmother. None of them have that.
Why
The other
wouldn't
one
you
has
marry
what?
her?
A fucking a witch that comes after her.
Yeah, she's
the
got
other-
three fairy
Both of them
parents.
have. Both the others have witches that come after them. Right?
No,
No. Gaston. Well, Belle
doesn't really
Belle
have-
is so much trouble. She's got like
Well, there's a
Gaston
witch in
chasing
there.
after her.
Isn't she?
That
Yeah,
was
but
the
that's
witch
for-
who put a curse on the beast,
yeah,
and that was
she's
in like
got
a
nothing
backstory.
against Belle.
True.
I don't know.
You know what? I kind of want to kill Belle now.
I think you should.
I think I'm gonna
you
kill
should.
Belle and fuck Aurora. I'm with you now
You know,
because now
yes.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, fuck Belle. Fuck
Yes,
that bitch.
like,
Kill
ugh.
her.
Like you could hate fuck Belle and eat,
Aurora could at least maybe be fun with some drinks.
right? Like she would have a good time.
You should make you laugh.
Like
She's
you know
dumb.
that bitch is gonna go touch the spool
She's like
thing
Alexa.
and like prick her finger.
She's
and die.
Alexis.
Yeah,
Yeah, she'll get
she
her
is
animal.
Alexis.
She's Alexis.
She's like, ah.
She can have her animal creatures dress up in a suit and dance around in the woods, because that definitely happens
Yeah.
in Sleeping Beauty.
That would work. Okay.
And she's got 3 fairy godmothers. 3.
Do you got another round for us? This
I
is
do.
good.
I do. I've got more.
I'm liking it.
The next one. Ooh, this one is gonna be tough.
Uh-oh.
We got Aladdin, Prince Eric, and Flynn Rider.
Ooh, that is okay. I've got this one.
Matt's like, I've been thinking
I
about
got-
these dudes a
no,
whole lot.
I had to think about it. I placed them. Marrying Flynn Rider. Dude's charming as shit.
He is.
I'm going to fuck Aladdin, and I'm going to kill Prince Eric, because Prince Eric is dumb as a fucking doornail.
So, ooh, I've gone through this a few times in my head because I made the list, and I'm like, what? Like, what?
ran every scenario
Yeah,
possible.
what would I
Similar
do?
to us looking at how the election results can go. You're like, how could these 3 land?
Well, that's like I had to really look into it because Prince Eric, he's got the dark hair and light eyes that like I'm super attracted to, and I think in a live action, Harry Styles could play him, and that would really sway me if that had happened.
Oh my.
But we're not
Right?
including
Ugh,
live action.
I know, and
It's
it
animated.
like, can you just imagine Harry Styles as Prince Eric? Anyway, so animated. So I thought about this a good bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna marry Flynn Rider. We should all know that he's
Yeah,
my
that
number
was an
one.
obvious.
Love
Ride or
him
die.
to death. Literally, ride
Till die.
till I die. I'm going to. This is like it could have gone either way with who I would fuck. But I decided to fuck Aladdin because he, I think, would be wild and a good time, and he would show me the world, right? And I would kill Prince Eric because I feel like at the core of it all, he represents the patriarchy. And fuck the patriarchy, I'm going to burn it to the ground. So, sorry, Prince Eric, you got to go. Even though you could be Harry Styles, and oof, that would change things.
So Brooke and I's were the same.
Yeah, but for different reasons.
Andrew, are you gonna just join us on this decision?
Can you, like, I would still fuck Prince Eric, though. Like, God damn it. Could I fuck him and then kill him?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't.
Are you gonna kill
Don't
Flynn?
fucking kill Flynn.
I'm a fuck Aladdin.
Okay, we're all
Okay.
agreed.
Yeah, we would all fuck Aladdin.
Wait, he's got that smile. You're
He's
gonna
gonna
marry
kill-
Prince Eric?
I'm gonna.
You're such a Republican.
No.
Rich white boy.
Devious plan here. I'm gonna marry Prince Eric. That way, I can fuck up the system when I'm in there. Because
That's what
Prince Eric, they
everyone
got the
says,
money,
but
they
then
got the
they get
royalty.
sucked into the system.
No.
I can't believe you're gonna kill Flynn right now. Really?
What else am I gonna do with him? What is he good for? Honestly, he was cute and Frozen, but
Marriage. Wow,
he's not even in
he's from
Frozen. He's Tangled.
I never saw it. That's why I'm confused. My bad.
Oh my God!
All
How
right, so
are you
we're just
on
building.
that?
So here's
So
the thing:
why
we're
not
building
kill
a
the
whole,
guy I don't know?
Look, so we've got a whole bunch of future DisNeato content here because we need Andrew to watch Hamilton. We need him to watch Tangled now.
Frozen 2.
Frozen
Remember
2.
when I didn't watch Moana?
And then you did, and you
I
loved
love
it?
Moana now. I did watch that like a month or two ago. I love
Moana
Moana.
is so
That's
good.
some feel good vibes. That's like feel
And I
good
was
vibes
singing
when
it.
you need it.
I was
So-
singing Moana last night, actually.
So you're gonna watch Tangled, and we're gonna revisit this list.
Okay, because
and
for
see.
right now, I'm killing him because he means nothing to me.
Wow,
and
you-
I'm honestly
That's gonna
really
change.
sorry because I thought Flynn Rider was the guy from...
Christoph.
I thought he was Kristoff.
How?
Which is why I killed him because he's just kind of dumb. He's
How
cute, but he's
did
dumb.
we do 74 episodes where I'm sure Brooke talked about her love of Flynn Rider on
We
every
did.
single one, and it's never come up that you hadn't watched Tangled?
I'm great at bullshitting.
He's a fucking liar, Republican.
Jesus. Dear God.
Red. No, fuck that.
Next list.
Hold on.
We gotta check what's going on.
I'm literally doing the same thing. Because we talked about Republicans, and now I'm like, let's
You know?
refresh it.
And I
I keep
apologize.
seeing it so close to bar, like, but it's not. Okay,
I apologize
no
if you're a Republican. We can still be friends. It's totally fine.
Yeah,
we
it's
are
fine.
allowed to believe different
Pennsylvania,
things.
man, it's still making some moves.
I don't
It's
mind Republicans,
48%
as long
to
as they're
51%.
educated.
Right. It's like as long
It's the
as you
dumb people.
understand.
Dude, it's under 200,000 for Pennsylvania for a flip over.
But that's still so many fucking votes. to
It's
flip.
still a lot of votes, but it's that gap is tight. It's 48% to 51%. That's getting close.
I don't know, man. I'll believe it when I see
Also,
it.
Georgia's like stupid close now. Georgia's only 100,000 vote difference. It's 49% to 49.8%.
Well, I mean, Biden won Wisconsin by 20,000, so it really doesn't.
That's what I mean. I mean, we could flip this. If we take Georgia and Nevada and Pennsylvania,
I don't think we will, but that would be dope.
I'm just dreaming. Let me
Yeah.
dream. Right now, I just want Nevada to happen, so this is over.
All
But
right, fourth list.
As a lifelong Pennsylvanian who has seen multiple heated arguments break out over gas station hoagies, I can say with certainty that you guys really should not put us in charge of choosing this president.
Fact. We should not be allowed to choose.
What is the fight over gas station hoagies?
Sheets
for-
and Wawa?
yeah,
It's always Wawa hoagies. It Sheets everything else.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's easy. Sheets. If Sheets had Wawa's hoagies,
They win.
It would always be Sheets.
Oh my god, I'm just trying to read the next list.
I'm
you guys
sorry.
are talking
Sorry,
about Wawa.
we got it all thrown off.
Are you ready?
Yes.
These are all animated.
Hit me with it.
Robin Hood, Mufasa, and Lumiere.
Okay, I had to remember who Lumiere was.
What the fuck?
I know. I was just like, I know that name, but like I had the.
He's the
think of-
candlestick.
He's the
in
candlestick.
Beauty
Yeah,
and the Beast.
I know who he is. I'm killing Lumiere.
It's first of all, he's not the Lumiere band. It's Lumiere. Okay.
See, I think it threw me off because it was a candlestick amongst two like animal characters. So I was like, what?
Listen, we were getting weird with it.
I'm gonna. Can I use
Lumiere.
Lumiere?
Lumiere.
Lumiere
Is this the first time I can
For
say the
my
word better than Andrew?
tantric sex with one of the others?
No.
No.
Okay, so we're going to kill him then. We're going to marry Mufasa. Mm-hmm. We're going to fuck Robin Hood.
So here was my thing, right? Like, obviously, marry Mufasa. He's going to be a great husband. I thought about fucking Lumiere because he's French and he's so fucking suggestive
Ooh la la la.
in Beauty and the Beast.
He is
and he's
suggestive.
so romantic. I feel like that could be fun. And then I'd kill Robin Hood because I just don't get the appeal.
I mean, it's just hard for me to imagine.
I know everyone's like, oh, he's
sex
such
with
a
a candlestick.
He's such a hot fox,
See,
but it's like
I don't know why I'm about to say this, but like the sex with the candlestick seems like the most easy.
right, like it makes having sex with a candlestick makes more sense than fucking a fox
Like, come on. Now.
and marrying a
Hey,
lion.
Robin Hood is a fox.
Yeah.
I'm thinking old school, like Robin Hood is a person.
No, Robin Hood's
He
the
is
fox.
a fox.
I mean, he's a hot fox, but like Lumiere, I feel like he could charm me.
I mean, I think I'm
I think I'm staying the same.
and I think I'm gonna match yours, Mufasa, marry,
You guys,
fuck Robin Hood, kill Lumiere.
you guys have no imagination, none.
Sorry.
Just so
I once
So uninspired.
suggested a threesome with Mufasa and Scar.
yeah, it would be fun. And like, look at you now. Look what quarantine has done to you.
I know.
You're so boring. Wouldn't fuck a
I
candlestick.
chose to marry a fucking white guy. A white Republican.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
This is the last list. This is the list I hate the most.
Oh no.
It's Olaf, Mushu, and Mike Wazowski.
Oh, I can read them again.
Olaf,
Okay.
Mushu, Mike Wazowski.
Oof. Oh my.
I'm going to marry Olaf. I'm going to fuck Mushu. I'm going to kill Mike Wazowski.
See, that was my first thought too, because I'm like, Mike Wazowski is so annoying, but
Fuck
like,
Mike Wazowski.
fucking Mushu is so annoying.
That's
too.
what I was gonna say. I think I'm killing Mushu. Like Mushu. As I've gotten older, Mushu hurts Mulan as a movie more than he helps that movie.
Mushu, like, just be donkey. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'm good there. Like, I would.
fuck because he can like twist around and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it'd be fun.
I would-
a dragon. He's got a tongue.
Well, I'm glad you're using your imagination.
You said to.
Yes, I appreciate that. I would
What
marry.
was the sound of the tongue?
That was good.
Thank you.
I would marry Olaf because he's very pure. And he's nice. It's safe.
Literally
right?
would be
It's
the
safe.
sweetest. You would never
sweet.
have trust issues ever. He would tell you He would tell you too much.
He would be annoying though. They all are annoying. You know what I mean? But I would marry Olaf. I would. Oh God. You know, fuck it. Mike Wazowski has a big old mouth. Like, what does that mouth do? I'd fuck Mike Wazowski. I said it. I'll fuck Mike Wazowski.
You kind of just hold him.
What does that mouth do, Mike?
But for a guy, it
What
might not
it
be as
do?
enjoyable. He's got a big mouth. I mean, too big.
Ooh,
Right?
Oh, it could be so good though.
Would
What
it?
does the mouth
Would
do?
it?
What
No,
does it do?
I'm agreeing with Brooke on this one.
You think it'd be good?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm agreeing that I'm going to kill Mushu, fuck Mike Wazowski, and
It
marry
could be
Olaf.
like fucking Mike Wazowski could be like just bouncing on a yoga ball. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's a good time.
I was thinking that you could just sit on it.
Yeah, you just kind of bounce up and down. It's fun. You're kind of having a good time. You can just be, shopping online while you do it, getting a little bit of an ab workout at the same time.
Okay, you're turning me here.
Yeah. See?
Now that I'm thinking about it,
Yeah.
we should sell that. The Mike Wazowski,
Wazowski.
especially for quarantine,
Yeah, the Mike Wazowski yoga ball
women, gays, and adventurous straight males
with a vibrating mouth. You sit on it
and a tongue.
and a tongue and a giant
Wiggles.
eyeball. You
Yeah.
can close the eye though if you just don't want it to make
Yeah.
eye contact
Yes,
with
yes,
you.
yes.
If you're just like not feeling it, I'm not feeling super attractive, Mike. Just close your eyes. Don't look at me. But if you're feeling yourself, open the eye and be like, yeah, take it all in.
I kind of love it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And Mushu's got to go. Sorry,
I'm with
not
you
sorry.
actually now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
We're killing Mushu.
Sorry, Mushu. You got to go. That was my last list. Did anyone have their own?
No, but I was pleasantly surprised that a certain character didn't make an appearance on there.
Who? Oh, honey. Matt, we all know you're going to fuck Judy Hopps, okay? We get it.
I would have married, but anyway.
You would have fucked her. It'd be like, Daniel, fuck, marry, kill the DisNeato people.
Yeah, here's fuck, marry, kill our top listeners.
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill. Daniel, Emma, and Matt is the third top listener. What's it gonna be? Oh, my stomach is growling. Can you hear it?
No.
You're
Oh my God.
hungered again?
No, I'm really not. I'm not, though.
It's the Thai food just digesting.
I guess it's just fucking going crazy.
I'm still like
there.
overwhelmed by how much I enjoyed those curry puffs.
Dude, the curry puffs are no joke. Pro tip, you have any local Thai restaurants by you and they have these things called curry puffs or have anything that leads you to believe they could be similar to a puff pastry filled with curry in it, get it. It's so good. They're delicious. Amazing even.
Incredibly amazing.
I mean, so I think overall that's your DisNeato reunion episode. Will we be back? I mean, probably. We might show up.
Who knows? We'll see what this fucking election does, right?
Oh God, yeah.
I
We
mean,
may be back. We
I-
may not be.
I think it's doable. Maybe not as like an every single week show, but
Right.
we could do like a monthly DisNeato
Yeah,
easily.
I think a 1 episode a month DisNeato, fun times.
We should just move DisNeato to OnlyFans.
What if we dressed up as sexy Disney characters and
God, we could
started
all
an
quit our
OnlyFans? That's honestly not a bad idea.
I know.
Who would pay? Please let us know. Would you be willing to pay $3 to access our sexy Disney OnlyFans accounts? Whoa, what a good idea. I've got a Pocahontas costume. Is that cultural appropriation? Is that racist? I shouldn't
It's
do that.
OnlyFans. It's fine.
I shouldn't do that.
It's
I could
fine.
be, I'll be dumbass Belle. Fuck that bitch. I'll sexualize her. I don't give a shit.
Yes.
Dumb whore, bitch, slut. That's all I got. That's all the insults I got there. That's it.
All right. Well, that was a fun reunion.
Was it?
I
Was
had
it?
fun. I had a
It
good
was
time.
wild. It was a wild experience. We really covered the spectrum here.
I almost feel wild about like maybe I won't even edit most of this. Like I might like cut out like the parts where like, oh, we got to cut this, but like I don't think I'm going to get meticulous about it.
You know,
I
I
think
feel like this was the best of it all. Right?
Yeah.
This was a true DisNeato experience. This is what it was always about.
It was a roller coaster.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fucking roller coaster of. You know, this episode really just kind of coincides with the flow of this year.
Yeah, it does.
For sure. And I mean,
It feels like it's been 10 years that you've been listening to this podcast, but it's only been like an hour.
It feels like it's been 10 years since we've recorded this last. Literally.
yeah.
And it's only been 1 year.
Man, I
Yeah.
don't think I haven't even seen you since COVID.
Well,
Have
that's
I?
what I was going to say. I feel like this was fun for a ton of reasons because obviously like there's always going to be like positive memories of doing DisNeato. Like like looking forward to like going to your house and record DisNeato was like one of the few things that make it worth going to work.
Yeah, it was
And-
so much fun.
And like being on lockdown, it's like when you remove seeing the faces of people that you actually enjoy, you're like, oh my God, my job is terrible. Like, it's-
Honestly.
Like it really just highlights how much you don't like the actual work portion of your work. So like
Yeah.
just having an excuse to hang out, eat some Thai food, catch up, and then like basically walk down nostalgic roads.
And play Fuck, Marry, Kill. Like,
Yeah,
good
no,
times.
this
Who
was-
doesn't?
I mean, if we do this every month, I almost want to assign you to like consistently write more Fuck, Marry, Kills every month.
Listen, I can do that. I can make so many Fuck, Marry, Kill lists.
Because that
There's
was
plenty.
fun.
It was a good time. Every episode, we just end it with a Fuck, Marry,
We
Kill.
never did a fuck, marry, kill.
We didn't. But now we are.
We did it.
All right, guys. I would say you could check us out on all different kinds of social media, but truth be told, I don't really know what's active anymore, aside from our Instagram, which is at DisNeato Podcast. So check that out.
Yeah, I don't even remember the password to the Twitter, so that's probably gone.
Well, I'll tell you what. You can go to our DisNeato podcast. From the DisNeato podcast page, we have a link tree that'll get you to our podcast episodes if you want to refresh yourself on some gems from the past. or if you want to give us a follow on any media platform, whether we post or not. You can also find Prakrai or producer Matt's personal social medias through those if you're tech savvy. So find us, say hi, give us suggestions, or go fuck off. We don't care. Vote blue. Peace out.
A little too late.
The
but
vote's over. They voted. Or they
Okay.
didn't. Next election. Vote.
Vote.
Bye.
Hey.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.